congrats on the win tonight. Take a look at your approach against their starter, Jason DeCaro. He only lasts 3 innings because you guys were knocking him around, quite frankly. What was the approach against him tonight? How did you guys handle those at-bats?
Yeah, we wanted to take away the fastball. 62% fastball to right-handers and the left-handed hitters. And we knew we were going to get some fastballs in the zone. We just wanted to make sure we didn't miss those. We felt like that if we did that, forced him to try to pinch off his off speed, that we could get him out of the ballgame sooner. I thought our offense was really smothering tonight.
Looking at your start, Henry Zankowski, he was dominant throughout the game. What was really working for him?
He threw 4 pitches in the zone, and he threw left-on-left change, threw the cutter. He had much better shape than each week out. The slider shape has gotten better than the week before. And, that was huge. I mean, we show up at the ballpark to find out that we're going to play a doubleheader tomorrow. You got to have length out of your starter on that. You want length anytime on a Friday, but when you got to turn around and play a doubleheader less than 24 hours later, you need to get some length out of that starter. He was fantastic. I think that's a career high in pitches thrown.
You mentioned the offense just being smothering. Kind of broke open with Becker's 2 RBI signal there. I think that was in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. Did that feel like it kind of broke the dam and helped get the bats really going? You had some maybe missed opportunities earlier before there?
Well, I think, first off, DeCaro made a couple of pitches to get off the field and really minimize. He's really good at that. He's a pro, and we just kept applying pressure. We never left the zone, and we were on time when he was in the zone with a fastball. And I thought it was a really good approach by our team, and we didn't back off the gas. We forced him to have to keep bringing relievers into the ballgame.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
You bet.
I wanted to ask you about Zach Jackson, kind of at the bottom of the lineup. He's been producing, did a very good job today, very good at bats. What have you kind of seen from the young season after being kind of like a bench guy a year ago?
Yeah, I mean, we knew by last May that he had a chance to be really, really special. It's a combination of what you saw tonight. It's power, but yet he still really controls the zone well. He's a plus runner. He's a plus defender. Really believe he's got tools to play in the big leagues.
Noah Murray's done a lot of little things right. Was slumping a little bit with contact, but had a big breakout game today. How important is that?
Huge. ET took these guys over to Baseball Rebellion this morning so we could get some work in the cages prior to coming out today. And Noah felt like he made an adjustment that really clicked, and he really looked like himself in the box today. The one thing that Noah Murray has always been so good at over the course of his career is getting on time and on plane with the fastball, and he did that today. He ambushed some first pitch fastballs. Great to see. Made a great play defensively. I thought he had a really complete ball game.
Yeah, and then talking about that double play there, that's a big spot to get you kind of back into the dugout, limit damage there. What do you say about Markman's ability to just come in and close the door like that?
Yeah, he's like a right-handed version of Eddie Everyday Guadardo. You guys might be too young to remember Eddie Everyday Guadardo, but he bounces back so quickly. He always wants the baseball. He's a kitchen sink. We always use the term crafty lefty. Well, he's a crafty righty, but to induce the ground ball contact right there to get the double play. He only threw, I think, 12 pitches over the course of the outing, so he'll be live tomorrow for sure. I thought it was big for him to be efficient, and I thought it was big for us to climb back up and put it in a run rule situation so we didn't have to extend him.
What do you find that your lineup does when it's at its best?
Dominate the zone and not miss fastballs.
Speaking about Hartman, how important is his personality to the culture of the clubhouse as well?
I can't stress how much these 3 grad guys,
the Unks,
they call them the Unks, how much they've meant to just this. Because if you take away those guys, it's a pretty young team. You take away those guys and Didwick and Jackson, it's a young group. And what they've done to provide energy, what they've done to keep guys loose, just their game experience shows up day in and day out. It's been important on the field, but it's been important in the dugout and the locker room too.